Good morning, everybody. Back in the books. We are at this whole section is Induction to the First Edition by Israel Grande. Like, you do understand this is their humiliation ritual bullshit. I'm laughing my ass off at the dumb motherfucker tried to do. Like, are you serious? Anyways, we're gonna keep going here. In their two altar diagrams, one called the Garden of Eden, shown in the Practicus grade, the other called the Fall, shown in the Philosophus grade. All these ideas are expanded and synthesized. They should be carefully studied and receive long meditation, for in them are many clues to the spiritual and psychological problems which best the traveler on the path. Traveler on the path. Oh, yeah, that's the Traveler Freemason coin reference, just so you know. And they resume the entire philosophy of magic. Many hints, however, which may be found useful as assisting meditation, are contained in The Curse from a Philosophical Point of View in the second volume of Blavatsky's Secret Doctrine in connection with the Prometheus myth and the awakening of Mana's mind. What'd you catch there, right? Oh yeah, you caught Prometheus, which they made a movie. See how easy it is to figure all this shit out, and you think you're all so sneaky and fucking special. Dude, it's fucking it's knowledge in books. Remember, the Bible tells us what? Ask and it shall be given. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. So, like, your whole cult hierarchy power bullshit is all bullshit when you just listen to God and follow his guidance. But we're going to keep going. Since both of the diagrams, highlighter on. Okay. Since both of these diagrams may be found reproduced in the color insert, see pages 1 and 2. Where's pages 1 and 2? Let's see. We'll look at this. 1, 2. Yep, it doesn't have a color insert there. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I guess, obviously, that was referencing Blavatsky's Secret Doctrine. The Curse from a philosophical point of view. Okay. So that's showing you the trail to follow to learn more about what this talks about. Okay. Very little by the way of prolonged explanation need here be said. The first depicts a personified representation of the three fundamental principles in man. Each of these are apparently separate, functioning independently on its own plane without cooperation with, because apparently unaware of either the higher or the lower principality. It represents man in the now departed morning of the race, in the primal rounds of evolutionary effort when self-consciousness had not yet been won by inducted, an evolutionary effort when self-devised efforts, and when peace and harmony prevailed both within and without by higher heritage rather than through personal labor. Okay, now, and I literally just proved they all called me crazy. You said I'm stupid, said I'm doing things wrong. Like, really, right there it shows you, because, like, I've been saying, like, to meditate, to to become your higher self that sits with God so you gain wisdom. I've been saying that, but they say I'm crazy, right? That's why y'all attacked me to steal my shit. Oh, wait. Was you pissed I wasn't indoctrinated? and part of your bitch ass fucking cult. And just God shows me shit. Wow, it's crazy how you attack me when I'm sharing things freely with the world because God gives me wisdom to share it, isn't it? But do your thing, right? You know everything. Of course, obviously, all that does is show you're stuck in your lower self. Oh, damn. Wake up call. The diagram appears in a water grade of practicus, since water is fitting representation of this placid peace. At the summit of the diagram stands the apocalyptic woman clothed with the sun of glory, crowned with the 12 stars, and the moon lying at her feet. Wait, crowned with the 12 stars. Wait, isn't that, what is it? I forget. I think it's like, isn't that the UN? Has the 12 stars around it? You remember that flag, don't you? If I'm wrong on that, I'm not sure what it is, but I know what it is. And I just literally prove what the fuck their bullshit is. And the moon lying at her feet. Her symbolism pertains to the supernal essence of mind, representing thus the type of and symbol of the glittering Agoides and Neshaman. Forgive me if I said that wrong. I just never seen that before. But anyways, by the way, and I'll show you the 12 stars, a reference to their 12-step programs, Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. Like everything's connecting right here. I've been connecting this whole time, and I'm just proving it through the books because fuck you, I can't. Speaking of an analogous psychological conception of this commentary, The Secret of the Golden Flower, Dr. C.G. Young remarks that this figure represents a line of principle of life that strives after superhuman shining heights. Wait, that's literally a reference to what I shared yesterday that they do exactly what they did to Magneto when they cycled him through. I showed cycled learning, relapse, recycle you through the shit, break them until they conform in the Alcoholics Anonymous book, Our Great Responsibility. What the fuck, people? Superhuman, by the way. Magneto is superhuman, right? He's mutant. Fuck yourselves. At the base of the tree stands Eve, the Nefesh, or unconscious, who, in opposition to this divine genius, stands for the dark, earth-born feminine principle with its emotionally and instinctiveness reaching far back into the depths of time and into the roots of psychological continuity. Between the two stands Adam, supported by the fundamental strength of Eve, the Rosh, or ego, not yet awakened to a realization of its innate power and possibility. From the larger point of view, he represents the race as a whole and is the personified symbol of collective logos, the host, and of the Lords of Wisdom, or the heavenly man, who incarnated in humanity. And the Bible literally talks about that. I forget where it is because I have so many pages marked, but I decoded, read between the lines, highlighted, and exposed the world. Being himself God conscious, the living God. Like it's right. Like everything I'm doing is like guided by my higher self to help other people understand things, but they just don't want that because you have to go through their initiation bullshit. You have to be a little bitch, right? There it is. Look, being himself, God conscious, the living God. And I highlighted and decoded that in Hebrews 10:9. Otherwise, he represents the individual candidate on the path prior to the awakening of the sleeping dogs within his being, used to Blavatsky's apt expression. Beneath these three figures steps a coiled dragon, silent, unawakened. None, it would seem, is aware of that latent power, titanic and Promethean, coiled beneath the active magical power centered in man, his libido, neutral, of vast potentialities, but neither good nor evil itself. And if you get into, I believe it's Genesis, you'll read about Adam and Eve, the tree of knowledge, the forbidden fruit. And I already showed you this because we're going to help you understand it. It's the tree of knowledge. And there we go. Progressive first algebra at the beginning of the book, you find, look, the tree of knowledge. Also, at the beginning of progressive second algebra, the tree of knowledge, and at the beginning of progressive high school algebra, the tree of knowledge. Sorry to everybody.